Young Buzz. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today, we're diving into something that has stays everywhere buzzing with excitement. Stray Kids have just dropped a brand new teaser for their upcoming album, and wow, it's giving off a completely mysterious and powerful vibe. The teaser features Lee Know, Hyunjin, and Felix, and honestly, they look like modern-day freshmen straight out of a dark fantasy novel. Let's talk about it. So, on the afternoon of October 26th, JYP Entertainment released a teaser photo for Stray Kids' new project titled SKZ IT TAPE, Do It. And right off the bat, it's not your typical K-pop teaser. Lee Know, Hyunjin, and Felix are dressed head to toe in black, standing against a backdrop of crashing white waves. The contrast between the dark outfits and the foamy waves really grabs your attention. It's moody, cinematic, and it instantly makes you curious about the concept behind this comeback. The setting feels almost mythical. The members look like they're part of nature itself. The wind blowing through their hair, the trees swaying behind them, the ocean roaring beside them. It's as if they're channeling some kind of immortal energy, like they've transcended reality. And that fits perfectly with Stray Kids' signature style, blending intensity with deep, creative storytelling. Now, this comeback is happening just 3 months after their third full-length album, Karma. That's a pretty quick turnaround, right? But that's also very Stray Kids. They're one of those groups that constantly experiment with sound and visuals, and yet somehow every era feels distinct. Do It seems to continue that trend. The teaser alone already sets a tone. Something mysterious, emotional, and perhaps even philosophical. The album will have a total of 5 tracks, including 2 title songs, Do It and Shinseun Noreum. And if you've been following Stray Kids for a while, you already know that whenever they do a double title track, it's because they can't be boxed into just one sound. One song usually leans into their experimental, high-energy style, while the other often showcases their depth, whether that's emotional storytelling or musical innovation. They're also including songs titled Holiday, Photo Book, and a special version called Do It Festival Version. So, even from the track list, you can tell this release isn't just about power, it's about variety. It's like they're showing different sides of themselves, from introspective to celebratory. And the fact that 3 Racha, Bangchan, Changbin, and Han are credited for all the tracks? That's just the cherry on top. It reminds everyone that Stray Kids aren't just performers, they're creators. They build their own world, write their own stories, and that's one of the reasons they have such a loyal fan base. Let's pause for a second and talk about that loyalty. Stray Kids wrapped up their biggest world tour ever, Dominate, in July, which is insane when you think about how global their reach has become. They performed in massive venues across continents, and fans everywhere showed up in full force. Then in August, their 4th full-length album, Karma, topped the Billboard 200 for the 7th consecutive time. That's not just a milestone, that's dominance. They're one of the few K-pop groups who've consistently hit that mark, showing just how much their international fan base continues to grow. And if that wasn't enough, they closed out last month with an encore concert titled Dominate, Celebrate at the Incheon Asiad Main Stadium. That's a huge accomplishment. Imagine performing for tens of thousands of people in your home country after conquering the global stage. It's like coming full circle. That moment must have felt incredibly special, both for them and for Stays. Now, the question I have, and I want you all to think about this too, is what direction Do It will take musically and conceptually. The teaser photo gives off this grounded yet otherworldly energy, but Stray Kids always have a twist up their sleeve. Will it be another high-energy anthem like S-Class or God's Menu? Or will it take a deeper, darker tone like Levanter or My Pace? Personally, I'm betting on something in between, intense but introspective. The teaser looks more emotional than chaotic, so maybe we're getting a sound that fuses vulnerability with power. Another interesting thing is how they're portraying Lee Know, Hyunjin, and Felix in this teaser. These 3 members, in particular, are known for their incredible visuals and strong stage presence, but together they bring very different energies. Lee Know is all about precision. His expressions, his movements, everything about him screams control and elegance. Hyunjin, on the other hand, is pure emotion. Every glance, every tilt of his head carries a story. And then there's Felix. His aura is magnetic, and his voice adds this unexpected depth that contrasts with his ethereal visuals. Putting the three of them in one teaser is no accident. It feels like JYP is hinting that these members represent something bigger, maybe different facets of the same theme. And let's be honest, Stray Kids teasers always have layers. Fans are already dissecting every single detail. The color of the waves, the type of trees in the background, even the direction of the wind. That's what makes their concept work so well. It's like a puzzle that invites fans to piece it together. What I also find fascinating is the timing of this release. Coming out on November 21st, just before the year ends, feels very strategic. They've already dominated 2025 with tour success and chart-topping achievements, and now they're closing the year with another creative statement. It's like Stray Kids are saying, we're not done yet, there's still more to show. And I love that mindset. Some artists might take a long break after such a massive tour and back-to-back albums, but not Stray Kids. Instead, they push boundaries. They don't rest on their success, they evolve. That's what makes them such powerful artists, and also what makes following them so exciting as a fan. You never know what they're going to do next. But let's get into a bit of speculation, because this is where things get fun. What if Do It isn't just about action or energy, but about courage? About taking that leap of faith? Doing what others might hesitate to do? Stray Kids have always had that rebellious edge, the idea of forging your own path, even if it's unconventional. From their debut with District 9 to their recent hits, that message has stayed consistent. So, Do It could very well be a continuation of that philosophy, a reminder to take charge of your life, to make things happen on your own terms. And then there's Shinseun Noreum. Just the title alone sounds poetic and mysterious. Could it be a reference to something cultural or historical? Could it tie back to Korean folklore? Or perhaps represent a modern reinterpretation of tradition? Stray Kids often weave subtle cultural or symbolic elements into their art, so I wouldn't be surprised if this song carries a deeper narrative. I also think it's important to note how they continue to evolve visually. Remember their early eras? Bold, rebellious, loud? Over time, they've matured into something more sophisticated while keeping their trademark intensity. This teaser, with its quiet storm energy, feels like a natural next step. It's not about chaos, it's about confidence. The calm before a creative explosion. Now let's talk about the fan side for a second. How are you all feeling about this comeback? Are you ready for another Stray Kids era? Because I have to say, their ability to connect with fans through storytelling is unmatched. Even people who aren't hardcore stays often find themselves intrigued by their releases. There's always that mix of curiosity and admiration. And that's what keeps the fandom growing. The feeling that Stray Kids are constantly building a world we get to be part of. Personally, I think this teaser is one of their best visual promotions so far. It's minimal but powerful. It doesn't need flashy lights or crowded backgrounds. It's just pure emotion captured in stillness. And that simplicity actually makes it more impactful. It draws you in and leaves space for your imagination to run wild. As we wait for November 21st, I'm curious to see how they'll expand on this concept. Will we get music videos that dive deeper into this nature meets modernity theme? Will the choreography incorporate more fluid, interpretive movements like Case 143? Or will it go full power mode like Maniac? There are so many possibilities, and that's what makes this era exciting to anticipate. To wrap this up, Stray Kids are once again proving why they're one of the most dynamic and fearless groups in K-pop right now. Between their self-produced music, consistent artistic evolution, and their ability to connect emotionally with fans, they've built something that feels authentic and enduring. Do It isn't just a comeback, it's another statement of identity. It's Stray Kids saying, we're still here, we're still growing, and we're still doing it our way. So, what do you think about this teaser? Do you think the concept leans more toward mysterious elegance or emotional storytelling? And which track are you most excited to hear? Do It or Shinseun Noreum? Let's talk about it in the comments, because I know you guys always have the best theories. This has been Anyang Buzz, and remember, whether it's music, art, or life itself, if you've got something to say, don't wait for permission. Just do it.